Hello, everyone. So we are expecting a bit more like participants. So we would wait a few more minutes, not much, but a few more minutes to make sure everyone can attend at the right time. So please bear with us. We are gonna start soon. Maybe in 2, 3 minutes, we are gonna kick off the first session and first workshop in our series of workshops on the AI literacy run by Notion Wave and SCiNiTO. Perfect, sure. So this is the workshop that we are at is the first workshop on the AI literacy, and which is focused on librarians and academic librarians. But this workshop is part of the series of workshops that we are going to run. The second one would be focused on library users, so AI literacy for library users. Today is for the librarians. And the third one would be focused on AI solutions for research and scholarly communication, and mostly focused on the tools, hands-on practice, and how we can really use AI in every day. The first and second is more like knowledge, literacy, and things that everyone's need to be informed. And the third one would be more focused on, okay, what is the best tool, how we can use this tool, and how we can use that tool in our everyday work. So thanks for attending for the today workshops, but we are gonna be happy to see you in the next 2 workshops as well. We are gonna announce the date and everything for sure. Perfect. So let me brief you on who I am and like giving a very little background on myself. So I took my PhD from the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. I took my PhD in electrical and computer engineering. I did a lot of research, obviously, working with different publications, and obviously, I use a lot of UBC library services at that time. I been in the industry for the last 10, 15 years. I built several industry-grade AI products. So I have a very thorough knowledge of the AI as a just knowledge and as a technology in the different sectors, in the research, academia sectors, in the sales, and in many things else. Maybe I have to say something before. Let's keep the questions for the end of the sessions. We're going to open the session for all the Q&A. So because we want to make sure that things are smooth and there's no interrupt. So Lan, I see that you raised your hand, but if you don't mind, please keep your questions, and we are going to open the session for all the Q&A. We can go and we can run deeply on every question that you have. Thanks a lot. I did invent AI technology that purchased and acquired by Facebook at the time, which was very fun. I wrote a book on the artificial intelligence titled as AI Unorthodox Lessons, that I shared my story and shared my challenges that I've seen in the industry with the whole community. And I run a YouTube channel with the same name to make sure that what I know can be shared with the community. So being in industry, in the research, in AI, and I'm very happy to be here to share my knowledge and my experience with you guys. So let's walk through the outline of this session. So we are going to start with a very brief introduction on demystifying AI with the very basic stuff. Then we are going to jump in on what is the current AI landscape. And we continue on AI application in library services. and in the research and scholarly communication to give you more hints on how AI can make your life easier and how AI can solve some challenges, some current challenges, and improve some of the current process that you have in the library and everything. And we will finish these sessions with the giving you like some basically sharing some information on how leading university set AI guideline and some sort of policy framework for their own institution on how they should use it, what tool they should get, what is the big picture of the AI world, and basically these guidelines usually help for everyone working in the university to follow, because otherwise maybe this department use this tool, that department use the other tools. But library as a center of the university and can help everyone to be consistent, to comply with all the regulation that the university set. And we obviously open the session for the Q&A, and we are going to have a nice discussion at the end, and I'm here for answering any questions that you have. And definitely you can send us an email if you have any questions. We would be happy to answer all of them one by one. So let's start. So why we are here? So what is the objective of this meeting and this workshop? So basically this workshop aims to help academic librarians build some AI literacy and improve the AI knowledge. And we are gonna cover fundamentals of AI. We are not gonna go into the technical stuff very much, but we'll try to help you to use AI as a users, not as an engineer or as a developers. We are going to cover and review applications in libraries, and we are going to review how publishers and university adopt AI in their process. And we definitely go through ethical consideration, which always matter, especially with the technology that being developed this fast. And we review the policy frameworks that some university already set. As I said, I graduated from UBC Vancouver, Canada, and I did review the guideline that the UBC have, and I would be happy to share that with you as well. So why AI literacy is essential for academic librarians? You know very well, but we want to share with you how we think, and if you have something that something else, we would be happy to hear from you later on. So librarians needs to guide researchers. They are expert in running the research, and they are a resource of the university for researchers, and they are here to basically help researchers to retrieve informations. So they want to evaluate and curate resources, and so they have to be more informed about the AI. They want to teach this literacy within their own organization. They want to effectively teach information within their own organization. So if they know the things very well, they can teach it much better. They definitely advise a lot of things for the scholarly communication process to the professors, to the students, to the graduate student, to the undergraduate students. They are there for providing information for all the reference services and user support. They are there for manage library technologies. As we all know, libraries has many different technology to help researchers and to help professors to do their research in a very high quality level. So, and the technology is very important. How they should choose technology, which one is better than the other one, which one is, for example, is good for the information retrieval, and which one is good for the tagging or for something else. Anyway, so these are the things that we believe the librarians, especially academic librarians, wants to follow and wants to proceed. So AI can help in many of these steps. So let's do a very quick poll. That this poll kind of help us understand where you come from, what is your expectation, what is your level, basically the current level of the AI. We set up several questions. You should see that in the Zoom. Uh, we are asking about some your current knowledge of AI, your daily interaction with AI, what do you want to learn about AI. We are going to use some of them today. We are going to use some of them later on in the next workshops. This will help us to understand you better. And as we know you better, we can help you better. So please spend like if 1 or 2 minutes to answer these questions. And it will definitely help us to uh, proceed. So I will be quiet for 1, 2 more minutes and see what feedback we can get from you guys. So we are gonna end this poll in 1 minute. Uh, but Rezwan, if you can help me to see the answers to question number 3 and 4, it would be nice because I don't see the answers for the short answers ones.
Yes, I'm checking it. Me too.
So obviously, it sounds many of us use ChatGPT and similar solutions for our everyday works, but it is interesting to see that 27% of ourselves in these sessions use other specialized AI tools as well, so which is good. So now probably we can end the poll. Please feel free if you want to share something with us later on. Definitely, send it to us. But just for sake of respecting the time, we are gonna, end the poll now. Thanks for ending the poll. Yeah, okay. I see. I can now see the results. So I hear from you that answering the questions of what do you want to learn about AI today. Some of you said about what is SCiNiTO. I will definitely touch on it, maybe not going through the exact steps of the SCiNiTO, since the focus of this session is more on the literacy, but I definitely explain the features that SCiNiTO has and the value that it can. Many of us ask about the efficient use of AI. That's definitely is something that we are gonna touch today. Use of AI in academic work. Uh, Definitely, this is a very main topic of this discussions. We are go through maybe not. I'm not gonna say all, but most of them. Cool. Awesome. So we are gonna review this later on and get back to you if with the maybe better answers or with some material and information that can address your points better. But thanks a lot for joining this. It was amazing seeing that all of you or some of you shared your opinion with us. Awesome. So let's start the sessions with the demystifying AI. I know that you guys know the AI, but let's review this topic from different angles. So if someone asks me what is AI, and I want you also to think like this, with some exceptions, AI is a technology that help you make decision and help you make decision with better quality and with a larger number. So AI is very basically designed for enhancing the quality of decision that we have. So, for example, if you want to see that this paper is written well or not, or this idea is well elaborated or not, and the number of decision. So quality of decision and the number of decision. And within AI world, we have two different type of AI, generative AI and traditional AI. Generative AI is mostly those technology related to generating new content, either text, images, music, code, etc. The use case of the generative AI, which is a question answering, content creation, code generation, these are the very good use case for the generative AI. And definitely examples of this technology is ChatGPT, DALL-E, Midjourney, Claude, and everything. But traditional AI, which means the AI that before generative AI era, like what we have, what we know as a AI in the last 20 years or maybe even more, was analyzing the existing data sets to detect pattern or to classify information or to make prediction. So prediction, classification, or identification was the expertise of the traditional AI. What was the use case of the traditional AI? Mostly on there are many use cases, but fraud detection, demand forecasting, churn prediction, or anomaly detection are very common use case of traditional AI that banking services use, research services use, sales department use, and so on. An example are, for example, is Netflix recommendation system, which is most of us know what it is. What are the primary function of AI? So I categorize them to the four different functions: perception, prediction, identification, and optimization. Perception means interpret, analyze complex data around text, images, or audio to identify abstract topics. Prediction means forecasting future events, such as weather conditions or anything else, or anticipating customer behavior, which is very, very common in the sales and marketing departments. Identification is more like recognizing patterns within the data. A very good example of it is a fraud detection that the financial services, credit cards company are working on, or predictive maintenance for those, for example, industry that need to maintain machinery. They want to understand when the machine will go fault. And optimization, which means that enhancing performance of the, for example, some processes such as advertisement or medical diagnosis. For the precision medicine or for the personalized advertising, these AI can definitely help. So you can think of AI as a perception, prediction, identification, and optimization technology. What are the primary use cases of AI across industries? Today, we are going to focus on the library use cases, university use cases, research and education, but finance board, healthcare boards, retail, IT, and all of them also be benefited from the AI. I'm not going to go through the details of each one by one, but I want to make sure that we get all on the same page that how AI can benefit all the industries, from fraud detection to precision medicine to sales forecasting, to document understanding, sentiment analysis, and for the research and education specifically, we can name personalized syllabus, personalized learning plan, personalized tutoring. For the research industry, we can help with the peer reviewing. We can help with the literature survey. We can help with the semantic search, a very powerful, smart search, which is beyond keyword search, and so on. So the application of AI across industries are vast. Today, we are going to focus on the research and education mostly. What is trustworthy AI? Which definitely we need to think about it and how we can enforce it. So trustworthy AI needs to be fair, needs to be unbiased. What does it mean? It means that the results have no bias on any sort of, for example, like works the same across all individuals, either as a gender, race, or religion, or anything else like that. So no bias must see in the outcome of the AI, whether it's a specific group of people, whether it's a specific group of products or anything. Trustworthy AI needs to be transparent. What does transparent means? Means that all the development process, decision, and data sources that AI used to be built upon needs to be open and understandable, needs to be transparent, needs to be explained. Trustworthy AI need to meet the privacy of the data for all the sensitive information that everyone has. Trustworthy AI needs to be explainable. This is very important. I mean, all of them are important, but I'm sure that, for example, everyone's are aware of the privacy or maybe fairness and bias, but maybe explainability is something that we may not pay attention much, but it's very important for us to build trust with AI. Explainability means that every AI solution need to explain why the final results look like this or that. So users and stakeholders must understand how and why an AI system arrived at a particular decision. It is very important for users to understand how AI end up with this decision in order to build trust and reproducibility, which is definitely very important for the academic integrity as well. So it means that guaranteeing that AI models can be consistently recreated and tested under the same conditions to validate results. Definitely, all the AI technology, traditional AI and generative AI, kind of suffer from reproducibility, and it needs for users to enforce some frameworks to make them reproducible. So this is something that is very important for research as well. And how we can kind of enforce this for the fairness and for the bias, we have to regularly audit the data sets. We have to make sure that the training data sets are diverse. We have to make sure that the metrics that we want to evaluate AI based upon are fair. These are some sort of access that help us to have this fair and unbiased AI. How we can enforce transparency for AI? We have to make sure that every time that we use AI, we disclose data sources and model limitations and potential impact. So as a user, as an end user, we have to be aware and informed about what sort of data being used for training of this model, what sort of limitation this model have. So because if you do not know the limitation of the AI and think as the AI has no error or has no problem, we may end up with some issue. Privacy. We can use encryption. We can use anonymization techniques. We can use some regulations to ensure privacy. If you want to use the privacy of the user data, make them anonymized, make them encrypted, make sure that we comply with the higher level regulation that the university, the country, government, or the any other like a higher level organization set, like GDPR, which is set by European Union. How we can enforce explainability. So there are some techniques and some methods that help us reach there. It's not maybe as easy as transparency. It's a little bit technical. I'm not going to go through it, but it is very important that we enforce explainability for all the solutions that we use for the AI. Reproducibility. So one way that we can enforce this in the AI world is to document all the development process, document all the data sets, all the training parameters, or any sort of configuration that we use to get solutions. For example, I'm sure that you heard about the prompt and prompt engineering. So if we are saying that this AI generate this solution, this answer for this problem, we have to make sure that what sort of prompts or what sort of chain of prompts that we use to get that results. Because the next person that wants to reproduce results has to go through all this chain of prompts and chain of steps to recreate that. So it is very important to document everything for this reproducibility. And definitely reproducibility helps for the validation, either in the FDA or in the research community. When someone publishes a paper, everyone wants to make sure that that paper and that results can be generated in a different environment. So independent validation is very important. So by saying that, we kind of understand what does trustworthy AI means and how we can enforce that to some levels. There are a lot of technicality behind, a lot of more complexity that is not the focus of today's discussion. How can we succeed in our AI journey? So for the small teams or for those who are not very expert on the AI world, we recommend a 4-phase framework. in each phase, we have to build some skills. So in the first phase one, we have to build literacy, AI literacy. We have to learn about AI knowledge. In the second phase, we have to find the set and select the right tool. In the phase three, we have to build and more like improve our critical thinking in order to evaluate the results of AI much better. Which one is better than the other one? Which one fit our requirement and our needs better? So, and in the very last phase, phase four, we have to make sure that we can use that ethically. So in the first phase, how we can get to the AI literacy, definitely attending workshops, testing new products, and this is important. Finding out how to use and how not to use AI tools. As a person who works in this industry for 15 years, I highly suggest to whenever you think about how to use AI, think about how not to use AI. This helps everyone to understand what are the limitations, what are the capabilities, what are the right way of using that, and so on. So in the phase two, select the right tool solution and promote that across your team in order to that everyone adopt the technology. In the phase three, for the collaboration, get partnered with a larger group and try to understand what are the best practices for the evaluation usage of the tools that you use in the phase two. And in the phase four, regularly assess effectiveness of AI in your services, because you do not want to implement one AI solution and leave it there and don't evaluate the quality of the performance later on. So this is a high-level framework that may help you to understand how you can adopt AI effectively. Start small, testing some new products, build your AI literacy, select the right solution, promote that within your organization, learn the best practices of using it, think about how to evaluate the tool, and in the last phase, regularly evaluate the effectiveness of that solution for your problem. Because there are many solutions out there, we have many problems, we have to find out what is the right solution for our problem. How AI is used today, everyday AI tools is like recommendation algorithm like on Netflix or AI-powered search engine. Generative AI, I'm sure that many of us already been exposed to generating images, Ghibli Studio images, generating audio files or like songs here and there. And AI in a specialized fields like SCiNiTO, like some other tools. How AI can help specific fields like academia, like libraries, like researchers. Before we jump in on the very use case of AI in libraries, I'm gonna share some myth about AI, what can and cannot, and we are gonna end up this phase in our sessions. So AI will replace experts. Wrong. AI can help a lot for the different use cases. AI can augment rather than replacement. AI is 100% accurate. This is wrong. AI tools can hallucinate. AI tools, it doesn't matter generative AI or like traditional AI. All of them are not accurate, like 100% accurate. There are many sources of errors in AI. Hallucination is one of them. Bias is another source of errors. And we need to build critical thinking for us. We need to understand how we can evaluate them well as an expert to see which answer is correct and which answer is not correct. AI is unbiased. Wrong. Bias exists in the data and exists in algorithm, and us as a human, as users, must learn how to kind of remove bias, or how to deal with unbiased data, or how to protect us from biased results and biased data. There are many ways to deal with it, but the assumption that AI outcome is unbiased in general may not be 100% true. Perfect. So now I'm going to go through the AI landscape, the current AI landscape that we are in, which is very amazing, as all we know. Who are the key players? Definitely ChatGPT is something that OpenAI and ChatGPT, everyone's heard about it. But that's not the only tech giant that work on the generative AI. Google introduced Gemini, introduced search generative experience. You see that like maybe a year ago, Google was still a keyword search. You search something, you get some results. But now when you ask something on the Google, you get some answers, generative answers on the Google search. Microsoft introduced Copilot, Meta introduced open source Llama models. There are many other AI startups that are competitive to these tech giants, like a Perplexity, DeepSeek, definitely are very interesting solution to compare with the ChatGPT and with the Gemini. Academic AI research labs are definitely still very competitive to the tech giant like MIT and Stanford, NLP labs or research lab, Tsinghua University or ETH Zurich University, all of them are very top in this world of AI. Maybe a bit more technical, but definitely has a lot to say. What is AI trend in research and academia? There are two fields of application for AI in academia. One of them is the application across scientific disciplines, and one of them is application of AI in research and learning as a whole. So for the scientific discipline, there are many disciplines like biology, medicine, chemistry, physics and astronomy, environment science, and all of the science within university can be and will be impacted by AI. For example, for the biology and medicine, there are a lot of drug discovery solutions run by AI. There are a lot of works on the image analysis for diagnosis that being enhanced by AI. For the environment science, a lot of climate patterns and climate change modeling can be enhanced by AI. For the engineering, predictive maintenance, designing and optimizing complex systems, every aspect of science are affected by AI. And as you know, I think the last Nobel Prize for physics, if I don't make mistakes, was awarded to an AI expert. But this is not today's discussion. Today's discussion is more on how AI can help research, how AI can help education, library services, librarians, and so on. So AI can help on processing and interpreting large complex data sets. So for the visualization, for the data analysis, definitely AI is very impactful. For the literature review and knowledge extraction, which is big part of the SCiNiTO solutions, can help. Everyone knows that how hard literature review, doing literature review was like 10 years ago. I myself did this literature review, and it takes 6 months to do a very kind of solid literature review. But now, by the progress of the AI on the semantic search, on the knowledge extraction, on the generating content, literature review and knowledge extraction being impacted big time. So right now, AI can assist with finding right resource, summarizing, synthesizing informations very well. AI can help a lot on automation, and specifically on automation of research tasks for the data collection and stuff like that. We had automation before, but with this enhancement of AI, automation becomes much more useful. Personalized learning and teaching. As we all know, every one of us has a different type of learning, basically type. AI can provide personalization for the learning and also personalization for the teaching. So it can enhance teaching experience. It can enhance the learning experience. It can, teachers and university prof can use that for sake of managing their class. Students can use that for sake of self-learning and make sure that the learning style fit to their own need. So tailoring educational content and providing adaptive feedback, like very real-time feedback for the students, are very right use case of AI. Research, administrative, and management, assisting with grants writing. Everyone knows that how hard was writing a proposal and grants. But right now, AI can definitely help a lot in writing grants, in managing research projects. So I need to do have a feature on this part of the research project management. So we go through the high-level basics of the AI, demystifying AI landscape, and we go through the current AI landscape. Let's jump in even one more steps on the application of AI in the library services and research education. So for the library services, we all know how important is discovery tools in a research work. We all know how important libraries and library services to help researchers for finding the right content. AI-powered semantic search in library catalogs is brilliant. AI can enhance this discovery phase for researchers. If you want to know what's the difference between semantic search and keyword search, obviously, as it's obvious from the name, is just finding the very exact keywords in the text. But semantic search mostly means that when someone asks a question and try to find material related to the query, AI semantic search will retrieve things that all the resources and documents that have relevant information. Doesn't need to be 100% keyword matches, but as long as AI decide that this is relevant, it will retrieve information for you. So discovery tools are enhanced by AI big time, and SCiNiTO also has a very interesting smart search for this discovery part. And when I say smart search, it's even one step beyond semantic search. You have semantic search, you have metadata search, you have keyword tagging. Everyone know how hard was tagging before for the documents and resource information and resources in libraries. AI can do a lot on the tagging and the metadata tagging and the semantic search. And SCiNiTO does have a very interesting smart search with a very nice interface that help this discovery phase for researchers. University can use AI chatbot and virtual assistant for finding information, for answering questions. And this is definitely 24/7 services that researchers can ask questions at 2 a.m. in the morning or 3 p.m. in the afternoon, doesn't matter, and find out their answers. I kind of mentioned this automatic metadata tagging and classification, but I still want to also emphasize on that, because AI-assisted subject indexing and cataloging and metadata extraction is one of the main application of AI. And before AI become this smart, tagging and indexing was very raw based on the index, like just keywords. But AI can do much better on indexing. AI can speed up archival process and digital preservation process, which is very important for the big libraries in order to make sure that their catalogs are up to date and cover everything. AI-driven research supports. So for example, AI helps librarians guide users in literature reviews. As I mentioned, me as a researcher 15 years ago, as a PhD student, I was not informed about right process of literature review, how I should select this resource against the other one, the validity of the resource, the quality of the resource. And librarians definitely helped me at that time to choose my path and my way of researching. AI-enhanced research tools can do like a systematic reviews for the like peer reviewing articles, either as a like a formatting or as a content, as a quality, as a clarity, for and many other aspects of systematic reviews. And SCiNiTO does have services for peer reviewing. I remember the time that I had to submit my articles to my mentors, to my advisors, and wait 1 month or 2 months to get back from them, reviewing my articles and see if it's clear enough, or if every aspect of it. And now AI solution like SCiNiTO can do this systematic reviews in a matter of second, I would say. I mean, and it's not wrong, in a matter of seconds. Still, it is important that person read the report, read the results, and keep the integrity of the researchers to choose which one is correct, which one is not, and how we should use that. But brilliant services, brilliant services. AI in research and scholarly communication. So from discovery to writing, as I mentioned before, a smart search, semantic search, filters, metadata search is very important. So for example, the SCiNiTO not only have a semantic search, but also have a very useful filtering that can narrow down your search result, either as a filters as a year of publication or institution or researchers or any other sort of filters that you can think of. AI can help in streamlining literature review. So, sorry, a moment. AI can help extracting knowledge, extracting very relevant literature for a specific research question. It can help to extract them. It can help to summarize them. Summarization is also a very good use case of AI. It can help to aggregate all of those summaries and generate a literature review as a whole. So one person can become updated and can write and have a literature review for a specific research question in a matter of seconds, which is amazing. And SCiNiTO does have this feature as well. Identifying publication venue. So I remember the time that when I PhD candidate, I wanted to submit a paper to journals. So it was I had a lot of discussion with my advisor, with my colleagues, which publication fit very well to the research that I have done, to the quality of that research, the field of that research, to the level of research that me as a PhD candidate did. And it was always a debate And we did not want to end up to the path that submit a paper to the publication, wait 3 months and get rejected or get, because in that case, we waste 3 months of our time. But with AI, you can enhance the selection process of what is the best destination for your research. You can do a lot of filtering on it, but it can help you to choose what is the right publication that you need to submit your research to. And that will save you 3 months. And this is also a feature that SCiNiTO has. Assistance with writing, from formatting. Every publication have its own LaTeX formatting, either in LaTeX or in Word. I remember I spent a lot of time to make sure that I was consistent with that formatting. But now AI can do reformatting very easy. It can rewrite your paper in the right format as you expect. And clarity, AI can help you to evaluate the clarity and the quality of the content that you generated. You do not want to let AI generate content for you, like as a because due to all the integrity and integrity you need to have on your content, but you need to have an assistant to find out whether you write clearly or not, whether you write in quality or not. AI can definitely do that, and SCiNiTO has this peer review process. AI in a scholarly communication, it can help not only the researchers, but also publication, but also the librarians who wants to help researchers to review the manuscript of the thesis, articles. You know better than me that how diverse is like a thesis writing styles and thesis writing. In order to be consistent with all regulation, always a system that automate things help librarians. Providing feedback to authors definitely is one of the use cases of AI. Good. So we are almost 1 hour in our sessions, and we cover the basics of AI, the current landscape of AI, the usage of AI in the library services and research and scholarly communication. We are gonna brief over the AI guideline and policy framework that the big universities already set, and we are gonna end up our workshop with an open floor for the question and answer. How leading universities are setting AI guidelines. As I said, I review big university, Oxford, University of Chicago, University of British Columbia, and everything. They are yet in phase of evolving and building this guideline. No one can say that they all, for example, reach to the final guideline and very solid frameworks. All of them are trying to build up a very right guideline based on their culture, based on their mission, based on their where they want to end up with. So policies are evolving. Academic publishers, institutions are actively developing and adopting their policies. So when you look into the Springer or Elsevier or other publishers to see how they use AI, they are evolving on these policy frameworks. But definitely they are trying to use AI in a very right way. Everyone focus on originality, accountability, and authorship. So as I said, AI is amazing on generating content, but it's not accountable. AI is not accountable. Human is accountable. And it is very important for publishers, for the research institute, to ensure that the research is original. And the author keep the responsibility of the research. So this is a primary concern, definitely for all of them, that maintain the integrity of the scholarly records and ensure proper attribution of the authorship. In the adoption policy, in the AI adoption policy, as I said, they focus on originality. Also, they are focused on transparency. So all of them mention that whenever researcher use AI, they have to mention that I use AI in this way with this configuration for this purposes, and this is very important for them. Many publishers now require author to disclose if and how AI tools were used, either as an assistant or as a generating content or generating visuals and everything. As long as you use AI, you have to be transparent on that, and definitely need to mention that in your manuscript. In editorial process, publishers are also exploring using AI internally for tasks like manuscript screening. As you know, there are a lot of manuscripts submitted to the big publishers. And for publishers to spend their time, especially the time of the reviewers, on something more important, they can use AI for very, very early screening. So the AI can screen the submitted manuscript, and humans can spend their time on the high quality stuff like creativity, high quality research, and reviewing articles and manuscript by that glass, instead of the spending their time on something which machine can do. So publishers try to improve the efficiency of editorial workflow for sure. Obviously, I remember that it takes sometimes 6 months for publishers to get back to researchers in a very first step. And if they can use AI for this early steps, this research process, this scholarly communication becomes much more effective. So AI policy framework does have basically they pay attention to responsibility, accountability, to the transparency and disclosure, to the ethical use, to the data privacy, to the accuracy of the results, and as I mentioned, they are all evolving. But this is what I want you to pay more attention to. If you look into the policy frameworks that many of these university and institutions set, you will see that there are three main axes, three main aspects: AI tools, academic integrity, and data protection. So if you look into those guidelines, you will see that some part are focused on how we can protect user data, the privacy of user data, and the security of the user data. Some part are very focused on the academic integrity, being transparent on the results and on the usage, being accountable on the results and outcome, meet the copyright laws and make sure that we do not use copyrighted information and copyrighted content in our research. And also AI tools. What are the right AI tools for our process? What are the right AI tools for the research? What are the right AI tools for the library users, for the librarians? And what are the ethical use of this? These are the three main aspects that these policy frameworks covered. And all of them are evolving. So no pressure to anyone that we do not know how to use AI. Big institution, top institution also are challenging with this evolving landscape. So here we shared with you two policy framework from Harvard and University of Oxford with some focus and key points that they mentioned. So I'm gonna read through it. For the Harvard University, the focus is responsible experimentation, informed security, data privacy, compliance, copyright, and academic integrity. For the University of Oxford, focus is permitting AI use for skill development and study support while maintaining emphasis on human critical thinking and academic integrity. So each university and each institution have different focus based on, as I said, their role in the research world, based on their mission, based on their culture. But they definitely need to set that focus. And there are some key points for example, for Harvard, protect confidential data, review AI-generated content for accuracy, adhere to local school and unit policy, be aware of AI-enabled phishing, and use approved tools for Harvard work. Key points for the Oxford, AI can be used for summarizing, feedback on writing, listening concept, but should not replace individual learning. Facts from AI must be cross-referenced. This is also very important and one of the issue of AI world. Sorry. Clear acknowledgement of AI use is mandatory. This is also very common and basically more than common. All of them have this, that is mandatory to use and acknowledge the usage of AI. A specific authorization is needed for AI use in assessment. So if you want to use AI, you have to being authorized and on that. So key consideration for librarians supporting researchers, we need to understand AI tools to effectively support them. We need to kind of educate ourselves on the responsible and ethical use of AI in research and scholarly communication to make sure that we can teach researchers in the same way. Again, library as a center of university need to capture this knowledge and share this knowledge with their users. Policy awareness, again, this is a very evolving landscape, so we have to be very, being informed about all of this policy from different publishers, from the Springer, Elsevier, Science Direct, government, stuff like that, in order to comply. And every library can use AI to enhance their own services, from information retrieval to user support and anything else that you have in your mind. So by saying that, we want to wrap up our today's workshop and today's session. AI is a tool, not a replacement. Librarians play a crucial role in guiding ethical AI use case. So ethical usage, right tools and everything. AI literacy is essential for ensuring responsible AI integration in academia. And when I say academia, I mean in the big picture, in the research, in the library usage, information retrieval, in the support services, in everything, in the running data collection. So AI integration within academia is much beyond that. For example, the chatbots that provide customer support, your data collection. All we know that how important is data collection, the ethical board that each university has for validating the data and data collection process. And last but not least, regulation and guidelines are still evolving. Staying updated is the key. So what's coming next? Thanks a lot for being part of the workshop one. We are going to open the floor for this Q&A session. But keep in your mind, there's a workshop 2, workshop 3. Number 2 will be focused on the library users rather than the managers and librarians. And workshop number 3, we are going to review SCiNiTO very more precisely with all the kind of hands-on practice, how you can do the literature review here, how you can do smart search, how you can choose your publication in the right way. We will deep dive into the products that we have, which is very effective in the many use case. Basically, the companion, or I would say, is a research companion that can help researchers from the day one to day end. Thanks a lot. Now, I would like to open the session for the Q&A. So, Rezone, if you need to help me, I'm not sure if there's anything that anyway. So, Aisha, by the way, I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrongly. I apologize for that. Ask about the recording of the session. Yes, we are gonna send you the recording of the session. This recording will be also uploaded into our YouTube channel, SCiNiTO YouTube channel, I believe, and you can watch there. But we are gonna email you not only the recording, but also some other materials that will benefit you. So please be kind of waited for our email to be sent. In that case, you have all this recording and extra information and material that will help you to learn more. So someone asked, what support can AI tools offer in the peer review process? So in a peer review process, so I tried to touch a little bit on that during the session. I'm gonna say more, but please, if I was not clear, please ask again. So what does peer review means? So it needs to, for example, the clarity of the write-up. If the research questions, if the article written in a very clear structure, AI can help on that. If the research question or the result, let me say it this way, if the results are compared with other results from the literature, so if the basically discussions section or results section has some comparison table, AI can review the table, look into the references, find out if the references are solid, because it is important that when you run a research, you compare your result with the leading publication, leading resources. So AI can do a lot on a peer review. It depends on what you need from that. Research gap, analyzing the results, analyzing the clarity, analyzing the format, and so on. So maybe in the session workshop 3, when I go through the SCiNiTO tool by itself, you will find out more about the details of this peer reviewing mechanism. You are very welcome, Aisha. Someone else asked, what does it mean for AI to be explainable and transparent? Okay, good question. Transparent means every time that you use AI, you have to transparent on what tool I use, what AI model I use. If I use model X, what are the limitations of model X? What are the capabilities of model X? What data this model is trained based upon? And anything related to the limitation, capabilities, the owner of the tools and everything. Being transparent means document everything for sake of next usage. Explainable is a little bit harder concept to explain, but let me say it this way. This is a very rough example, but you want to go from point A to point B. There's path between point A and point B. Point B is your destination. Point A is very you are. You do not want to AI jump into the destination, jump into the point B. You want AI to explain to you, first turn left, then turn right, and then go straight, and then turn right again, and then you are at the destination. So being explainable means tell you how AI reach into conclusion, how AI make decision, what are the foundation of the decision that he made or she made, whatever. So it is important to not only showing the final result, but also show how he get there. I hope I was enough clear on this explainability. In another example, you search for a question in the big pile of documents. This is also a very rough example of being explainable. Explainability is a big word. Let's say you ask questions, you search for something, and the search engine bring up document A, document B, and document C. You do not want to only see document A as a result. You want, as a user, you want AI, and you want the solution highlight the section in that paper or document A that is relevant to your question. Because in that case, you can understand why AI choose that document for the retrieval, why AI retrieve that document for you. You do not want that document as a final. You want to be part of this decision. You want to understand that why AI choose this document. So if this highlight the parts that are relevant to your question, this means explainability. Another person asked, how does SCiNiTO improve search and discovery in academic libraries? So SCiNiTO has access to more than 50 million records of open Alex data. And not only we have access to a very large number of scholarly records, but also we have a smart search. As I said, smart search means a very AI-driven semantic search plus a very powerful filtering experience that you can filter your records based on institution, based on year of publication, based on name of researchers, and so on. So it gives you a very powerful tool to discovery. This is one example of that. There's another feature in SCiNiTO that we call it, that helps you to find kind of validate and find a research gap. So you ask a question, the AI engine behind that help you to elaborate and validate your research hypothesis. So this would become much more clear when I want to go through the SCiNiTO solution by itself. But for the person asked about the how SCiNiTO improve search and discovery, I would say that helping you elaborate and validate research gap, and also narrowing down the search very high quality. Most AI policy in university level is focusing on teaching and learning, while researchers follow more on the AI policy by the journal they submit to. This is a question Iris asked. What is the role of librarians play in setting up such policy, if any? While researchers follow more on the AI policy by the journal they submit. Okay. Okay, I can understand your point. There are two different stakeholders here, one the external, one internal. So if I understand your question well, I would say it is correct that researchers follow the policy that their publishers announce. But in order to comply with the organization by itself, they have to comply with the university policy as well. So as I mentioned, for example, this is my own experience that when I did my PhD, I had to use the uh, data, like a real data. And ethical board of UBC must have approved my data collection procedures, my data usage, and everything. So ethical board of UBC approved the way that I collect data and they approved the way that I use data. So this is the same for the AI usage. Ethical board of the university that involve with the librarians need to set those AI usage policy internally. And in order for any researchers and professors being able to submit their work and use the name of the university, they have to comply with this. I'm not sure if I answer your question very well or not, but this is what it comes to my mind. We can talk later about your concerns and your points. We would definitely be here to answer your questions further in details. Maybe drop us an email, share more of your questions and concerns a little bit further. We definitely can help you more on that. So what does it mean for AI to be extremely and transparent? I think I explained that. Thank you for the insightful presentation. Very helpful. I want thank you, Pretty, for your kind words. I wanted to know if there are recommended AI tools for academic purposes, if you could list them for me. We share some definitely in our email that we are going to send. So I can't say it now, Pretty, but in the email, we are going to share some resources as well. We definitely, SCiNiTO is one of the resources that we have. We also have other tools within the company, but we are going to share more information in the email. Aisha asked, how effectively prompt should we generate for AI searching? Definitely prompting is very important. Effectively prompt should we generate? This is a good question. The prompt engineering and prompting is very important for the getting the right result. This is actually a bit beyond the scope of this our session. We in the company also have some other workshop on how the right prompting means, because researchers need to learn how to prompt effectively and how to get the results out of AI effectively. Prompting by itself is a long session, but definitely it is important how you write your prompt. I can say that we have some sort of enhancing engine behind our AI search to kind of enhance your prompt as much as possible. But at the end of the day, it is important for the users to have the right prompt to get the right answer. Is AI can replace librarians in the future? I would say no. Definitely, as I say, the low-level repetitive task can be done with AI, and human must and will spend more time on the more intellectual step in a more creative involvement. So repetitive tasks, those tasks that are very boring, can be done by AI, but definitely involvement of the users and human is very important. And last question is pretty. Yes, some of them are common tools, but we are gonna share some resources and tools in the email for sure. So don't be worried. We are gonna share the recordings, share some extra information, extra resources within our email to make sure that you guys are being powered. But don't forget to follow our SCiNiTO LinkedIn page. We are gonna share more resources and announcement there. So this is our website, SCiNiTO.ai, and support@SCiNiTO.ai is also an email that we can answer your question. Feel free to shoot your email, to check our website, to follow our LinkedIn page. We are going to have these 3 workshops, but also we are sharing more materials and more educational material on our social media. Please join us in this very exciting journey. How are privacy and data security concerned addressed when implementing AI libraries? In what ways can libraries facilitate collaboration between researchers? So we only have 2-3 more minutes. I'm gonna answer one more questions, and we are gonna end up this sessions. Thanks a lot for all of this involvement. Very exciting questions, very relevant questions. Thanks a lot for your attendance. In what ways can libraries facilitate collaboration between researchers and AI developers to create tailored solutions for research challenges? Very interesting questions. So what librarians can do is to extract, because they know researchers very well. They know the needs of researchers. They know how researchers behave. They know what features can make their life easy. The way that librarians can facilitate the collaboration between the research and the AI developers is to share that knowledge with AI developers like us, like SCiNiTO. In that case, we can hear those needs, we can build solution for those needs, and we can offer them very specifically for that need. So us have a network of researchers working with us. I was a researcher as well, but we always interested to hear needs from you, from researchers of your university. If we hear more, if we know your customers, your researchers, your requirements better, we can build a better solution as well. So answering the questions that how librarians can facilitate this collaboration is with sharing their knowledge with us, sharing the needs of researchers with us. And we can definitely build more powerful, more helpful solution for them. I highly recommend to join the next workshops, number 2 and number 3. We are gonna have more exciting things to share over there. I want to finish this sessions as we reach to the 1 hour and a half duration of our sessions. Again, thanks a lot for your attendance. It was very fun to be here and to answer your question and sharing our knowledge with you. Please don't forget to check our website, SCiNiTO.ai. Please don't forget to shoot your questions to our email support@SCiNiTO.ai. Follow our LinkedIn page. Get involved more with us. We are here to help, and yeah, we would look forward to seeing you in the next meeting and next workshop. I don't have anything else to say, so Rezvana, you can end up the sessions now, or maybe in the 30 more seconds.
Yeah, thank you, Pedro. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.